Please be seated.
Shri Rajendran Dandapani, President, Zoho Schools of Learning, Chennai. Respected Chairman of Gnanam School of Business, Shri Selvaraj. Our CEO, Dr. Rajendran. Distinguished members of our Governing Council, Dr. Jo Sundar, Shri A. Alagappan, Shri A. Shanmugha. Special invitees, faculty and staff of our institution, graduates of our Socrates, Decennials and Pilots batch, dear students, parents of graduates who have joined us today, friends from the media. Good morning to all. Today is a special day for all of us. For all of those who are going to receive their degrees today, it is a culmination and recognition of all the hard work that they have gone through in the 2 years at GSB. For me, our faculty and our staff, it is a day of fulfillment and satisfaction to see yet another batch of graduates pass out and join the corporate world to pursue their careers successfully. I am privileged and fortunate to be part of this occasion where 3 batches of GSBians are receiving their degrees since I joined GSB in the second year of the Pilots batch only. On behalf of everyone associated with GSB, I heartily welcome Shri Rajendran Dandapani, President of Zoho Schools of Learning, Chennai, to this August occasion. My operation before he took on this current assignment, working in different roles for 20 years plus in one of India's leading and fastest growing IT companies must have given him invaluable knowledge, experience and insights into how the corporate world operates. Sir, our passing out student batches are indeed privileged to receive their degrees and receive your sage words of advice as they set foot on the rungs of the corporate ladder and hope to climb higher with their hard work. And all members of our faculty team and administrative team to this graduation day. I am happy to note that students from all 3 batches have made special efforts to come here to receive their degrees in person. I am very pleased to welcome the parents who have joined us here today to share the joyous moment of their graduating sons and daughters. I also welcome all the other special guests, well-wishers of GSB and invitees who have joined us here today. We appreciate the special effort made by everyone since it is not that easy to choose a graduation day to attend on a Saturday morning. A special word of welcome to our friends from media who have provided constant and extensive coverage of our activities and contributed to our strong B-School image. We are privileged to have you here with us today. I would like to congratulate all the student alumni who are receiving their degrees today. A postgraduate degree in management has become the most prestigious and sought-after degree which confers not only salary potential but also helps significantly in your career advancement. The academic knowledge imparted to you by our GSB faculty, when tempered with real-life experience, will definitely lay the foundation for a successful management career for all of you. Your achievement is a result of your hard work, support you have received from your parents, our faculty, staff, and your friends. Now is the time to thank all those who support you all the way to where you are today. On this momentous day, I wish to share 3 simple strands of thought with you. I do hope you will carry them in your head, reflect upon them, and come to your own conclusions on the directions you will take in your careers. First among the 3 themes I want to talk about is the past. You are here because of your efforts in the past. But today, that past is over and done with. You are all familiar with the concept of sunk costs in finance. Once you have made the investment, you cannot go back and undo it. You must factor in what has been done in the past and decide what you need to do today, tomorrow, and the days to come. There is no point in dwelling too much in the past. Of course, at the individual level, every one of us should remember the past. We need to remember the lessons we learned from our good and bad experiences, remember all those who have been helpful and kind to us, and forgive those who were rude and unhelpful to us. You also need to remember that your education, your abilities, your work and your experiences of the past that got you this far will not take you any further. For moving ahead, you need to learn, work, and make those efforts all over again. This you can do better if you do not allow the past to weigh you down. Do not consider this MBA degree as signaling a full stop to your learning. Put this degree behind you and keep looking forward to what you must learn and do in the future. And that brings me to the second theme. I wish to talk about the future. Conventional advice given on the graduation day is to ask you to go forth boldly into the future. I suggest there is no road to the future that you need to take. The future that happens to you happens in small doses, in seconds, in minutes, in hours and days. Success is not the key to happiness. Rather, happiness is the key to success. If you're truly happy doing whatever you're doing, you will definitely script your success story. It is fashionable these days to exhort young people to follow their dreams. Such exhortations, I believe, should be accompanied by advice on having the right dreams. The dream has to be personal and it should be driven by passion. The dream should not be about goals and targets, but it should be about what you want to do and how you want to do it. Your world out there is a world of rapid change, where everyone is expected to change jobs and careers multiple times in his or her working professional life. Whenever you exercise a career choice, I do hope you will opt for jobs that you love to do rather than jobs that pay better. You are all fortunate to have walked out of the portals of Gnanam School of Business. I am sure all of you will live up to the expectations of your alma mater and lead a very satisfying professional and personal life too. I take this opportunity to once again welcome everyone to this 5th graduation day at Gnanam School of Business. Thank you.
Presidential address.
Distinguished guests on the dais, business luminaries, friends, parents community, faculty of GSB, my dear graduates and students. Greetings of the day and a warm welcome to all. Dear graduates, today you are officially graduates, alumni of Gnanam School of Business. Congratulations. Every student graduating today has traveled a remarkable journey to reach this moment. You persevered, you debated, you served, and you sold. You have made your career and the world will definitely benefit by it. Graduates, your faculty and staff here hope that for you, this B school has been more than buildings and even more than classes, tests and papers. Gnanam School of Business is a gathering place, joining people from across many locations. It is a station where we discuss and examine challenging problems, converse with our fellow travelers, and sometimes find sympathetic ears, care and attention. Because of the magic of this place and our enterprises, people speaking different languages come to comprehend the words of their companions. It may take a while for us to understand one another's worldview and experience, but we do discuss what brings us to this place. We come to share the issues of our collective futures even as we face individual paths. The brainstorm options and come to understand our choices. Some of you will return to when and where you were before. Others will walk through new doors to the new worlds. Take risks, grab challenges, and imagine new approaches to tough problems. Graduates, you all have accomplished one major early milestone of your life, that is your graduation. This is a major step in the journey of your life. One should be recognized for its immense significance. It is an act not only of personal commitment, but also one of pride. You all worked hard to get to this day, and our work did not go waste. But graduation is not an end goal in itself. It is instead a part of the larger journey of life. Wherever your future takes you, let it take you somewhere. Life is a journey, and all accomplishments we achieve during its course should be taken as a starting point for future achievements. Our graduation should serve as such a launching point, projecting us to wherever our future are meant to take us. Whatever we land ourselves in a career, take up trade, or continue our education further. But before we can begin to reach the stars, there is one personal milestone that we all need to reach. We have already shown our commitment to personal growth. This graduation has already shown us how capable we are of accomplishing our goals when we commit ourselves to them. I hope all of us here today can take this personal accomplishment as an example of how everything is truly possible when we put our minds to it. As we all continue on in our life, let us take each new problem with confidence, knowing that we have achieved great heights and are equipped with the necessary tools to tackle the future. The road that lies ahead won't be easy. There will be obstacles, missed exits, potholes, and roadblocks. There will be times when each one of us will feel like that we cannot possibly go on. There will be times when each of us will think he or she is alone, back against the wall. But we are not alone. We are all on the journey together. We have made it this far. Why should we go back? Nothing is worthwhile is easy, and that includes making the most of our future. But that doesn't mean that we give up on ourselves. We will keep pushing because we know we can achieve our dreams and because we are worth it. I ask you to use your influence to better your communities and the world. I ask you to dig into your talents, take risks, and make a difference. I also ask you to stay in touch with us as we will miss you. The portals of GSB would always be open to receive you, and do visit your alma mater whenever you are in this part of the country. And friends, the standing ovation to express your gratitude and love to them. Thank you.
Please be seated. Respected sir, I request you to declare the opening of this graduation ceremony.
Declaring the graduation of this college has been called to confer the degrees in the Faculty of Management Studies upon candidates who in examinations recently held for the purpose have been certified to be worthy of the same. I solemnly declare this graduation ceremony open.
I request Shri SP Selvaraj, Chairman GSB, to present the memento to the Chief Guest as the token of our love and respect. Thank you, sir.
I hereby present a brief introduction of our chief guest of this function, Shri Rajendran Dandapani.
Dr. Sundar, he gave me a problem because I think next time I'm invited to a convocation ceremony, I'm going to say, let me finish my speech first. Because he said conventional convocation day addresses will contain these kind of nuggets of wisdom, but so he has posed me a challenge. I shouldn't do it conventionally. So thankfully, because wisdom in business, that's the line under your, the byline under your college's name. One way to look at it is wisdom getting into business. Yeah? All right, I'm going to look at it another way. I have been in business and I am bringing some wisdom that you might have missed to learn as a student here. Deal? Yeah? So I am going to share with you some little tidbits that I noted while on the way here, hoping that they will complete the beautiful starting point of your journey. Like Selvaraj sir said, you're just getting started and here is a little boost, something that we have struggled, suffered, fallen, stumbled, and remembered to learn. Let's get started. First thing, Chat GPT. Yeah? We'll have to pay homage to that monster, to that dragon, to that demon, to that genie that's come out of the bottle. Yeah? Okay, so here is the message regarding Chat GPT and all the 100, probably 1,000 artificially intelligent demons that are going to compete for visibility, probably for our jobs. Okay? So, my CEO gave a beautiful example, Shri. He gave a beautiful analogy to what's happening in the field of software today. He said, compare it with the world of weaving, nesavatol. Once upon a time, the only way we could have a cloth on us was probably kill an animal, tear the skin, dry it out in the sun, beat it, and wear it around our body. But later, man found out, or woman found out, that they could get fabric out of it and stitch it in different ways, probably dye it, color it, combine it, and every one of us here is wearing a different kind of dress. That happened. But along the way, the power loom came, the spinning jenny came. What happened? Generations of weavers lost their profession. Many weavers, they told their sons and daughters, please don't get into this business. There is no future for it. What used to be done painstakingly, lovingly, caringly by 100 people, overnight, one machine, a heartless, tireless, unionless machine could take it over. Does it mean we are wearing fewer clothes today? Of course not. We are wearing, we are demanding, we are buying a lot more clothes than what caveman did, what pre-industrial revolution man did. But how many people are there employed in that profession? Exponentially smaller number of people. So that's exactly the analogy he drew, and he said, software is going to be everywhere. Software engineers? Not so. People who work with software will probably drastically reduce, but software is going to be exponential everywhere. Your devices. Some of us have 3 devices that have software in them on our body. Watch, probably phone, probably a tablet, probably a laptop in our bags, and they say that they are more powerful than the computers that sent man to the moon. We still think 1 lakh people purchase this lottery ticket, each of them thinking they will win the 10 crore lottery. How can every one of them win? But we still, we pay that. That hasn't changed. So thankfully for you, your domain hasn't changed much if you accept the fact that you're going to deal with people. Managing people, working in your team, managing people, doing business with you. Enough of the thanks, because there is a warning too. The warning is human beings are predictably irrational. Yeah? They will do the exact opposite of what you think mathematically, logically, you have derived, saying this animal in front of me will behave like this. They do the exact opposite. They are predictably irrational. 2 things that you will have to do when you work in a team, when you are allowed to, when you grow up the ladder, the rungs of the ladder that he talked about. 2 things you will have to do is identifying talent into your team, into your company, and nurturing that talent. At Zoho, we have learned a few lessons, and I wanted to share those counterintuitive lessons perhaps with you on this day, hoping that you will probably spread the word, you will probably spread the culture and make this world a place that's happier, a place that's probably more equitable. The first bit of advice that I would like to share with you, based on experience, hard-earned experience that we had in our company, is don't believe in certification. Not the right advice to give on a day that you're all going to get your certificates, but there is a huge swath, a large percentage of people out there who are actually experts, but who haven't been given that certificate. Try to look past those paper degrees, because only when you do that, only when you tear that mask off and look at that person, you will really understand whether they are qualified for the job. Qualification for a job is not the number of letters after their name. Qualification for a job is fitment, like Charles Darwin in the theory of evolution said, it is not the strongest animal that survives, it is the fittest animal. The environment is changing fast. Can I adopt? Can I adapt? Can I change quickly? How is COVID still around? The whole world has been waging war against it. How is it still around? Before one wave ends, it has already given birth to 2 new variants. That's why it's around. So adaptability. Is there a certificate for adaptability? There's a famous book called Measure What Matters by John Dell. He's a consultant to Google and so many other Silicon Valley top companies. And it's a thick book, but I'll give you a clue. The message in the last page is, the name of the book is Measure What Matters. The advice in the last page is, and so, my dear friend, we have come to a conclusion that we can only measure what doesn't really matter, and we can never hope to measure what really matters. That's the lesson of that book. So look beyond paper certifications. In fact, when you enter employment, some of you are already employed. When you enter employment, the biggest task for you, the greatest challenge for you is, how do I get people smarter than me into my team? Not dumber than you. The second biggest challenge for you is going to be, how do I surround myself with people so that I can make myself unnecessary? When you take these 2 challenges in front of you, surround myself with smarter people. In other words, be the dumbest person in the room. How thrilling and how challenging is that? Whichever direction you turn, there is something new to learn. how blessed is that individual. Versus how sorry is the story of that genius. Imagine Vishwanathan Anand wanting to play a game of chess with us. Pavaya. He will, blindfolded, he will defeat all of us. He will not have fun. He will not have a challenge. So be the dumbest person in the room. Surround yourself with smarter people. If you are going to surround yourself with smarter people, you need to look beyond certification. The second little lesson that we learned the hard way was schools and colleges are great institutions. They do a lot of good work on us as students. But along the way, along with all that amritam, along with all that gnanam, they also add a little visham. And that little visham, if you will allow me to say that, is they give us that cutthroat competition gene. Yeah, we fight for 2 offers from that company. We fight for 1 person's scholarship. We fight for 1 award that's going to be given to the passing out group. And so, however thick friends we are throughout the years, when the time comes for the decision, when the time comes for the important challenges in life, we compete with the person next to us. And that, my dear friends, you have to stop here. Throw it away. Because when you enter the workforce, competing with the person next to you for a degree, for a higher salary, for an on-site offer, for a bigger project, for a promotion, is going to be the recipe for disaster of your company. What you need to instead do is collaborate, cooperate with the people in your team, with the people in your company, so that united as a group, you can compete with the company who is your competition. Everybody out there is competing. Everybody is competing for time, for attention, for money, for lifetime relationships with the customers. And if you are going to have infighting within your teams, you don't even need competition. You will die a quick death just simply because you are infighting. So again, when you are identifying talent, look past certification and look for people who understand how to collaborate. My strengths, your weakness. Great. Your strengths are my weakness. I don't need to focus on my weaknesses. You don't need to focus on your weaknesses. If we join hands, come together as a team and provide value to our customers. That should be your focus. That's something the college never teaches. That's the system. That's a system probably that we have inherited from the Industrial Revolution times, from the British rule that we had in this country. It's inherited. The exam, the rank, the mark, the artificial scarcity that they created. If you can inject that. Yesterday, we had a one-day outing. It's like you also do, I'm sure, at the end of your college farewell party day. Did you have one? Yes. So we had a one-day outing in a beach resort at Zoho Schools of Learning. And the person who was conducting fun and games, they conducted a musical chair. The music running, chairs, stools and all that. At the end, there was one lecture and I was called to offer the award to the winner of the musical chair. And this is what I told them. Paityakarangala, you have fallen into a trap. The fun and games person dragged you into a trap and you fell into it. Have a growth mindset. Don't have a fixed mindset. What does a fixed mindset say? There is a limited availability of resources and there is a large competition. We have to fight among each other to get that. What does the growth mindset say? There is a seat for every one of us. Can we come together? Can we decide to collaborate? Can we give rather than take? So I gave the award to the first person that was kicked off. in the musical chair, and the pine put to Vanakanda award. Because there is a movie, some of the old timers will remember, Bhagyaraj no Nadigar undar. There's a movie, the first scene of the movie is an LKG school scene, because this kind of beauties will happen only in LKG. And now, after LKG, we grow, we become competent. We start competing. So this scene as the musical chair is happening, 10 becomes 5, becomes 3, becomes 2, and there is one stool. There's a boy, there's a girl, and each says, you take. So this boy says, girl, you take the chair, and the girl says, no, you take. So both of them win that thing. That is the growth mindset I want you all to have. Stop competing. There is enough for all of us. In fact, there is more. We only need to seek it out, search it out. That's the little lesson I wanted to share with you. The third thing when identifying talent is there is this principle called Pareto's principle. I'm sure you must have learned it at college. It talks about the 80-20 rule. Okay, IPL season has started and that may not be completely applicable. But the typical rule is 80% of the runs by a team would be scored by 20% of players. Or 80% of the teaching that you might have received from a college will be from 20% of teachers. Or 80% of learning that you received throughout your years as a student would be from 20% of the time. 80% of the harvest I made in a large farm came from 20% of the area. Rest of it was affected. 80-20, 80-20. And this 80-20 applies to work also. One more problem that colleges, but I am sure you agree, because these are all systemic problems. This is not about just a particular college. One more problem that colleges, in their attempt to pamper you, to coddle you, to give you the closest place to heaven on earth, one problem they give you, is a residential learning. Yeah? Oh, residential learning. So one problem they give you is, they don't teach you what life is. Life is 80% junk. Life is 80% shit. If you're not ready to wade through so much of junk to enjoy that 20%, Nala MBA, collar தூக்கி விட்டுண்டு எனக்கு பிடிச்ச வேலை தான் பண்ணுவேன் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சிட்டு உள்ள போனீங்கன்னா, I'm sure some of you have already experienced it. Be ready for a slap of reality. 80% of the work you do is going to be junk. If he is so amazing, why isn't he launching one song every week? Why should we wait? He will tell you, tune up it's probably 5 minutes for me. Sitting waiting for an airplane, I can actually do the pattern and code it in my iPad. But the 80% junk he goes through, what song, which director, which background singer, which instrument to include, call sheets, times, calendars. So one more thing you need to keep in mind when identifying talent for your team. I am amazing at this. Yeah, fine. I would love to have a further conversation with you. But what do you suck at? What are you so bad at, but still will do it because you understand life is like that? Even this meeting that you're all here, you are here for that photograph. Seriously. Summa 80% ukkandu, we are talking, we are clapping at our parents, and we are putting up a show here, right? But this is reality, and this colleges didn't teach us. They coddled us, they pampered us. Do you agree? Yes, we were pampered. We didn't have exposure to real life as a class in our day-to-day timetable and calendar. So when you look for recruiting people into your team, this is the third thing you need to look at. How professional are they? The professional, my definition is, are you a professional? Your definition should be, you will do it, even when you have a valid excuse not to do it. Even when your heart doesn't lie on it. That is professionalism. I have a valid excuse. I had COVID, sir. How many of you did the COVID having got that talent in? That's going to be another expectation on you. You need to take care of them. You need to take care of yourself, your talent also. And you need to take care of your team members. And you need to take care of the people who report to you. Probably you will soon have people reporting to you. How do you nurture talent? I have two little tidbits. In fact, three. The first one is, like we talked about earlier, competition versus collaboration versus coming together, cooperation. Find a way to reward cooperation. Again, that's something you never learned at college. I am being celebrated for being the most sought after student during class, after class, before exams. Adukku award vekkringa? Vekkiradhu illana? Top student ku vekkirom. But there is that unsung student. Manasukulla neenga thedi pathina ungalku theriyum. Not topper, but helper. Neenga residential. So surely you must have had a night out scene. அந்த பையன் ரூம்லயோ அந்த பொண்ணு ரூம்லயோ போயிட்டு அந்த பொண்ணு பாவம் அவளு படிச்சிட்டு இருப்பா பரீட்சைக்கு நடந்திருக்கா அவளுக்கு she may have missed out the number one slot, but அவளால 5 பேர் பாஸ் ஆயிருப்பாங்க. How many of you agree? Yes or no? அங்க பாருங்க, அதுக்கு ஒரு அவார்ட் கொடுக்கணும் நம்ம இல்லையா? So என்ன பாருங்க, கரெக்ட் தானே? Yeah. So when you move out of this aseptic hospital-like environment. This is the hospital. You will never be infected by any disease because they clean it every day. There are doctors. In fact, there are doctors on stage. But when you get out into the real world, you will be infected by all sorts of diseases. And how do you protect yourself? By helping. You can't compete there. So find a way to reward those people who choose to slow their pace down because they are waiting for the others to catch up. And the quality kadaikiradhu avlo kashtam. So having got some good people in your team, actively encourage this quality in people. Avoid micromanagement, tracking in time, out time, how many hours of work did you put in, right? Unless you are in a factory where there is a conveyor belt, and every 3 seconds there is a new bottle that's coming out of that belt, and you'll have to put a lid on the bottle and put a sticker on the side of the bottle before that moves away to the next person. By the way, that job is already gone. Robots have taken that up. But unless you are in a job like that where you can be chained to the table and made to work, you are in the knowledge economy. You are thinkers. That's why every batch is being called after a philosopher, not after a worker, right? Not after a doer, but a philosopher. Philosophy na enna? Phil na love. Sophna, Sophia is the goddess of knowledge. Philosophy, you are people in love with the goddess of knowledge. Think about that. You are philosophers. Yeah? So when you are in a knowledge economy, breathing down somebody's back, checking what they are doing. There are 3 things, okay? What to do, how to do it, why to do it. What to do is probably the cheapest thing you can do to a teammate who has come in, who has no great vision about their work in that company. And so you tell them, hey, the pandu va, yenu kekada. This how to do is such a wrong thing to do with teammates. You are disrespecting them. Having given a job, don't check how I am doing it. I may even use ChatGPT. Don't ask how I am doing it. Evaluate what I have done at the end. Check the result. So, what to do and how to do, both can be escaped if you can teach them why to do it. That's what Steve Jobs did. Steve Jobs, when he created Apple, he said, We are here to magnify human potential. We are here to place amazingly beautiful, exceptionally performing devices in the hands of every individual. So, அதை எழுதி அந்த போர்டில் ஒட்டிட்டான்னா, whatever the person has to do at work, if he just looks up, that's the vision of the company, to magnify the potential of every human being on earth. That was the line for Amazon. Amazon didn't say we want to be bookseller. Amazon didn't say we want to be online shop. Amazon said we want to be the greatest customer-focused company on earth. So, when you are building a product, when you are working on the website, when you are doing customer support, you are angry, somebody is returning a product, all you have to do is just look up. What is the why of Amazon? To be the greatest customer-focused company on earth. அப்படின்னா உடனே நான் இப்போ பண்றது customer focused-ஆ? Yes. If I do this, 2 customers are going to be happy. Do that without taking advice from management. So stop micromanagement, measure only what matters. That's an important way to take care of talent. Yeah, a couple of more minutes. Steve Jobs, his father was a carpenter. And in the autobiography of Steve Jobs, biography of Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson, there's a beautiful story about how Steve Jobs became so obsessed with the finished product, with the quality, the build of the finished product. It seems Steve used to help his dad during weekends and late evenings. Dad was a carpenter, and Dad used to make cabinets like these. And one day, Steve has been given the job of painting something and putting varnish. And like all kids, Steve wants to save time. Steve wants to be a little lazy. So he asks, Dad, you're going to put this panel and nail it with this panel. Why should I paint the side which is going to be hidden from view permanently after the nails are put? Sir, ஆணி அடிச்சு மூடிட போறீங்க, அந்த இடத்தை எதுக்கு நான் பெயிண்ட் பண்ணணும், யாருமே பார்க்க போகாத இடம் ஆச்சே அப்படின்னு Steve Jobs asked his dad. And that's when he learned the lesson from his dad. I can't sleep with a good conscience having left that job undone. They don't have a concept of God. மேல இருந்து ஒருத்தன் பார்க்கறான், அவன் கண்ணுக்கு தெரியும்ல அப்படிங்கிற கான்செப்ட் அவங்களுக்கு கிடையாது. But that's exactly what he meant. There is an internal standard to which you can compete for. There's only one competition I will allow you. Competition வேணாம் சொன்னேன்ல. Only one competition you can be allowed. Compete with your version of yesterday. நேத்து நீ எப்படி இருந்த அப்படிங்கறத யோசிச்சு பாரு. Have I become better? Have I learned one new trick? Have I made one addition to my vocabulary? Have I learned about one little thing about my competition? Have I made one extra friend who might help me someday in the future? Have I expanded my knowledge about the world I'm living in? Have I had one conversation with ChatGPT? Yeah, that's, by the way, a very important thing you all need to do. You have to make friends with her or him in your case. Yeah. So Steve Jobs said, it's an important lesson I learned in childhood. Obsess for the perfect version of whatever I build. Not, அவர் எப்படி சொல்லுவார் அப்படின்னா, good enough is the enemy of perfect. When we say good enough அப்படின்னா, அதுலயே you have decided I am going to spend my life as an average person, doing average things, selling average products to average people. That's not what we are here for. Each of us have been blessed with the potential to be the best we can be. If we can chase that, that should be our motivation. So, the way my CEO puts it is, success is not granted to everybody. You cannot expect success. You can't do everything and say, I need to win this. CSK didn't expect success yesterday. But what will CSK take home? CSK would say, hey, did we do the best we could? Yes, there was a 92 in 50 balls. Yes, there were. Har Gam Gare Kara. Chandrasekhar. Hunger Kekar? Yeah. Amazing bowler, fast, pretty fast. We have discovered he scored a wicket in the first over he bowled in life. How many of you get that? First over he bowls, first ball wide, second ball no ball, third ball wicket. So, the way you look at it is, did I put in all the effort? Celebrate the effort. Did I deserve success? யார் ஜெயிக்கணுங்கிறது மேல எங்கேயோ ஒரு கையில வச்சுக்கிட்டு ஒரு பொம்மலாட்டம் நடந்துட்டு இருப்பான். அதை நம்ம யோசிக்க கூடாது. எனக்கு கிடைக்குமா கிடைக்காதான்னு எதிர்பார்க்க கூடாது. Instead, God or whoever is up there should be sorry for not giving us success. கண்ணா மன்னிச்சுக்கப்பா, நம்ம நல்லா பண்ண நீ, ஆனாலும் வேற காரணங்களினால் I'm giving it to him or her. Next time, அப்படிங்கிற God should shed a tear for not giving you success. If you can live every day of your life with such a motivation in your mind to deserve success, to celebrate effort, to appreciate cooperation, and to surround yourself with people who are smart, நீங்க எந்த கம்பெனி போனாலும் எந்த கம்பெனி நிறுவினாலும் I think you're going to have a true opportunity to make a mark on life and do your alma mater proud. All the best. Thank you.
The others. Thank you very much.
Now, it's a time to confer the degree to our students.
Ajira PA, Dhanapal C, Gayatri J, Gnanam S, Kanishma VR, RCM, Karthik T, Selvaraj R, Maheshwari B, Manisha B, Manoj D, Monisha R, Murthy B, Navya Sri N, Preeti G, Preetika B, Rami N, Rajkumar R, Tushari William, Saravana Kumar N, Sarofin W, Shiva S. Raj R. Subhash S. Yagarajan M. Mahiyamai A. Vignesh K. Vishnupriyan N. Abhinaya A. Amit Ajay A. Aravind K. Asona Jenny M. Devi Shri P. Dinesh Kumar P. Gulamulgan S.K. Amit Jafar J. Ashwini B. Lekia N.C. Janani R. Jadon Vincent N. Kamali A. Karthik Raj S. Kirtana B. Kirtana A. Mohan Sundar R. Madhubalan C. Manjula P. Mano Rajeshri V.S. Mohammed Asfar S. Mauliswaran R. Nivedita R. Rishiraj S.P. Sandhya S. Ahmed S.A. Vasant K. Veeramani A. Vignesh M. Vishakan S. Abhinaya R. Ajit A. Ajitu Kumar S. Anita M. Annie Shilpa D. Ashalakshmi M. Ashwin Raj C. Ashwati KK. Adityan S. Balamurugan R. Bharat GB. Usha Nandini S. Induja S. Jagadish S. Royapriya J. Jessila J. Justina TG. Katya PJ. Kavin Karishma B. Kirtana M. Kumaraguru M. Mumtaz KB. Muthulakshmi M. Nandini A. Megas Vexiri. Varidhi N. Parthiban R. Prem Akash A. Madhu A. Ramkumar S. Ranjita I. Sahana S. Sanam Pratapan E. Santosh AJ, Shanmugapriti TN, Sudachandini D, Meghamal Roy, Sudakuri J, Vinodini D. Vinodini D. Jason A. Nagarika. M. Ashik Ali M. Arjun Karin Shibu, Atul Jit, Aswas, Jobin Christopher,
also request Dr. A. Sundar, Director, GSB to administer the oath to the graduating students.
We ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties in our profession and uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of our college. We shall uphold and advance social order and the well-being of our fellow members and shall devote our energy to promote the unity, integrity and the secular ideal of our country. By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Director, Gnanam School of Business, I admit you to the MBA degree for which you have been declared qualified, and in token whereof I permit you to wear the academic robes obtained as the insignia of your degrees.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Please be seated.
Purpose of architecture, the big temple was his big idea and contribution to the whole world. An icon in his own right, and established an award to felicitate our students who contributed stellar during their course. Mr. G.V. Bharat, Files of GSB. Heartiest congratulations to the winners of Raja Cholan Awards. Continue your excellence and success journey and emerge as a corporate leader. Here we go with a nutshell about our Garni Council Chairman, Reverend pioneer in the field of management education. To commemorate his greatness, we named and established an award. Ms. K. Keetana, Designates of GSB, Ms. V. Vinodini, Files of GSB. Heartiest congratulations to
GSB. Ms. V. Vinodini, Files of GSB.
It's a time to honor our learning. Dr. S.K. Arudas, CEO, GSB. Dr. S. Sundar, Director, GSB. Shri A. Shanmugam, Board Member, GSB. Shri A. Alagappan, Board Member, GSB. Dr. George A. Sudarai, Board Member, GSB. Thank you, sir.
Some of you probably purchased a dress just for today. Yeah? No need to raise hands, but you did. Some of you spent time decorating your hair, purchasing jewels, probably going to the hairstylist, probably even whitening your skin, purchasing new shoes. Important day in your life. One of you, I observed, You know who you are. One of you, a woman, came chewing gum. Okay? I want to appreciate. Kindle I want to appreciate because she knows, unlike the others here probably, she knows that this is just another day in life. This too shall pass. This is the first step of the rest of my life. I am taking it as I am. I am presenting myself to the world. I chew gum in the bathroom. I chew gum when I am with friends. I chew gum when I read books. I'll chew gum when I receive a certificate. So, to that extent, but I think it was Shakespeare who said, beyond everything else, beyond everything else, to thine own self be true. உனக்கு நீ ஏமாத்திக்காம வேஷம் போட்டுக்காம கோவிடும் போதுதான் மாஸ்க் போட்டாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறோம் நம்ம. You don't know how many masks we are wearing even today, including me right now. I am wearing a mask for you. I am trying to not do things that I usually do because I want to get a good name for myself and for my company. Claps to that lady because she was like that proverbial duck in water. Calm. I take it all. Yeah, all the best. Thank you.
Everything we do should be a result of gratitude for what God has done to us. Develop an attitude of gratitude and give thanks for everything that happens to you, knowing that every step forward is a step towards achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Rajendran Dandapani, President Zoho Schools of Learning, Honorable fellow Governing Council members, Chairman Gnanam School of Business, Director Gnanam School of Business, faculty members of GSB, distinguished invited guests, students from the Rutgers and Prahlad's batch, and my dear students from the Socrates Miscellaneous It gives me immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks at the end of this program, the 5th graduation day of Gnanam School of Business. A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together is reality. Graduation day is a day of reality and an occasion when the students and their parents, their hard work, dedication, their sacrifices, dreams are finally recognized and rewarded in this renowned ceremony. May I start by expressing my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Rajendran Dandapani Sir, Business Solution Evangelist, Zoho Corp President and President, Zoho Schools of Learning, for agreeing to come over to our campus and sharing his invaluable insights from his extensive corporate experience with our graduating batch. Sir, we are really elated for your kind acceptance to grace this occasion to be the chief guest and to deliver a very beautiful, more like an ungraduated address what we had for the graduation day. We feel very privileged and honored for you to join us, and definitely all the students shall take your words to their heart and they will progress in their life. I am also extremely grateful to Reverend Father Dr. Casimir Raj, our Chairman, Governing Council member, the founder of LIBA and former director of XLRA. He always says, go confidently in the direction of your dreams, live the life you imagine, and he keeps encouraging me as well as everyone at GSB since the inception to think more positively and always appreciating our efforts, and he contributes to the overall development. Through his presence as not here, Father is nearly 84 years old. He gave his consent. Only 2 days back he was unable to travel due to sudden health condition, but he always gave his blessings to all this function, and I am extremely thankful to him. And thank him also for his incessant support, exemplary leadership and marvelous guidance for taking Gnanam School of Business to greater heights. I would like to dutifully thank to the parents who are here for having believed on GSB and made your respective child to be part of the GSB family. This precious moment would have not turned out for your children without your hardships, sacrifices and belief you had on us. Really to say, the achievements are yours more than GSB's. And all their earned happiness is because of you and only you. I consider this moment as high in extending our thanks and gratitude to all the parents who have gathered here. Let me also express my gratitude to all my fellow governing council members, Dr. Jo J. Shri A. Alagappan, Architect A. Shanmugam. The worth of a person's thought is measured not by the quantity, but by the quality of the support that it has got. And this quality is defined by a single factor, which is only people's human character. Yes, indeed, it is a proud moment for me to extend my thankfulness for such quality support extended by all our fellow governing council members throughout the endeavors of Gnanam School of Business. We thank each one of you. I feel the pleasure in thanking the members of business houses, corporate houses and representatives of all the business community in Tanjavur for their valuable presence in making this event a great show. We really value your support and ongoing collaboration in all aspects of our management education. I could really be assured of your connectivity and the bond which really fosters the collaboration between us. I thank the Almighty for giving me the opportunity to thank our chairman, Shri SP Selvaraj, whom since the inception of GSB has been the driving force and wishes to take this forward, this B school to elevated level. I thank our Honorable Chairman, Shri SP Selvaraj with this time. I am thankful to our esteemed faculty colleagues. They are the backbone of this institution. My distinct gratitude to the Director, Dr. S. Sundar, faculty members, the staff of GSB for their unfailing support, commitment and dedication towards the growth of this institution. This function would have not been possible without the magnificent alertness and the support of the members of the organizing committee, faculty members and the students of the Pragalads and Truckers batch for their services and the successful job done. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Here comes my delightful thanks to all the graduates and my dear students from the Socrates, the seniors and the 5 hours batch for this remarkable event today. You are held responsible to determine the future of GSB by upholding the good name. Wherever you may be, whatever you do, you will reflect positively on all of us. Kindly be firm on one aspect. There is no substitute for hard work, and one way to keep the momentum is going to constantly have greater goals. And once again, thank to all your parents and family members for coming all the way to our campus. It is the glint in their eyes that actually makes us feel both happy and proud. It reaffirms the faith in what we are doing towards the society. Their presence has made all the difference in this function. In closing, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all for making this event happen. I wish all the graduates the best to come in all your endeavors. With this thankful words, I dissolve this 5th graduation ceremony 2023. Thank you one and all. Thank you.
The graduation procession has to move first.
போயிடக்கூடாது, அப்படியே இருக்கட்டும், அவசரப்படக்கூடாது. ஓகே